Today is a happy day. It's an omedetai day. For millions of Buddhists today, we remember the birthday of Oshaka-sama, Siddhartha Gautama, Amida Buddha. My father was a Soto Zen priest. Some of you know that. And of course, I too attended many Hanamatsuri services. And like you, I poured amacha, sweet tea, over Amida Buddha in a hanamido, which you see beautifully decorated. And like most of you, my childhood memories include decorating the hanamido with flowers and listening to stories about when Prince Siddhartha Gautama was born in the Lumbini Garden in India and who grew up to become the enlightened one, Shakyamuni Buddha. You know, I just returned Friday. So today is already tomorrow in Japan. So I'm talking to you still on my clock, which is Monday. I returned from a short trip to Fukuoka, Japan, to accompany my wife to Itoshima City, which is just about 30 minutes outside of Fukuoka, to receive a copy of her father's koseki, or family register. He was born Toshio Hatae in Hatae Machi, and my wife's maiden name is Hatae. And while we're all familiar with her mother's family, since Lillian Hatae was born in Hawaii, the Yamachika side. And by the way, my wife's auntie and uncle, Eddie and Ethel Yamachika, were members of this temple, and also her grandfather and grandmother, Yamachika, were also members. That was almost 100 years ago. But my wife did not know much about her family at all. In our travels in Japan, we noticed and observed Buddhist traditions and rituals are melded. They're not just part of, but they're melded into the Japanese people, as if it's in their DNA. And you see it all the time. Sensei bows at everyone, very respectful. And everywhere in Japan, whether you're walking by the flower shop, and if they're outside cleaning, and you say, "Ohayou gozaimasu," they'll bow. If you're walking in a train station with thousands of people, if you go to the conductor or the train master before the train leaves, and as the train leaves, the station master steps outside and bows at the train as it leaves. Most people don't even notice it. They take it for granted. But for someone not from Japan, it's very unusual. When we went to a ryokan, to Yufue, which is a very famous onsen, every evening when we came back, standing outside in the cold were one of the managers and one of the clerks from the front desk waiting to greet us. "Okaeri nasai," and they would bow. They would take our umbrella if it was raining, and then they would invite us into the hotel. So it's almost like ordinary for Japan and Japanese to do this, but it's something that I know is deeply rooted over 2,000 years of religion in Buddhism. As a young boy, I remember getting up early in the morning, so my father would read Okyo and chant every morning to begin the day. And you heard it this morning as well. He would strike the temple bell at the same time every day. And while the camp in Kauai, Waiwa Camp Kauai, or in Waipahu, in Ishi Camp, in the plantation camp, most people could tell time in the morning when it was time to either wake up or go to work by hearing the Otera no Kane, temple bell ringing. Come, come. And all of you with no hair or gray hair, you probably remember. Rituals are important to us, no matter what the religion. For many, we are taught from a very young age to do things over and over until they become not just second nature, but really part of our being. It makes us feel safe. It comforts us because we know that generations before us have also done the same thing, and sometimes we don't even know why. I saw young grandchildren, and my grandchildren are here. They may not understand why. And because most Buddhist services are in Japanese, many young people don't understand. But yet, we do the rituals. Let me talk a little bit about context. I would like all of you to put your hands together as a gasho in front of you. Now, I would like for you to clasp your hands like this and look down. Very comfortable, eh? Observe which thumb is on top. Right hand thumb or left hand thumb? Okay? Now, open your hands again. And this time, clasp your hands, putting the opposite thumb on top. Look down. Very different, eh? Not so comfortable with in a different position. So simple, and yet so different. Thank you. In life, my father, Walter Ozawa, demonstrated that certain rituals by everyday life practices help to guide how we live. He demonstrated, as we do here today, that certain rituals help to remind us about our beliefs about how we should live. Kambutsue, or Hanamatsuri, is not a daily event, but one that imprints our memories, our body memories, our mind memories, and our heart memories, to remind us of Oshakasama and our Buddha nature that we all have. Our Nembutsu, the chanting of Namu Amida Butsu, is a daily recitation to remind us to be grateful for the teachings of Buddha and how we live our lives daily. Honen wanted to make sure that it was a simple ritual that everyone could embrace. Because in ancient Japan, not everyone could read. But everyone could practice this very Buddhist ritual. For many, this ritual is not so comfortable. But if done in Sangha, with others in a temple, with a teacher, our sensei, we, our Kaikyoshi, we become more comfortable. And with practice, we make the teaching part of us. Not second nature, but part of us. Like Bob, like Ohio Wells, without even thinking. Now, some perspective. With my head, I look like Kakyoshi. I'm not Kakyoshi. I'm not sensitive. I'm not very wise at all. People see me and they think he has no hair, he must be smart. You don't have to look like this. I like to say to my friends that I'm only a simple observer. I like to say to my good friends whom I admire a lot, when I grow up, even now, when I grow up, I want to be just like you, because they serve as good examples. They practice what I admire. Not what they say, they practice what I admire. So in closing, a lesson which was demonstrated by my Otosa. My Japanese is terrible, although I grew up first speaking Japanese. There is a saying in Japanese, ichi-go, ichi-e. It means once in a lifetime, or cherish every encounter as if it were your last. If you are familiar with tea ceremony, you may know this saying. I don't know tea ceremony. Literally, it means meeting only once. It does not mean meeting someone for the first and last time, but it refers to the ideal state of mind when encountering other people, to value every meeting as if it is a once-in-a-lifetime meeting. Even if you meet someone for the second or third or more time, each time will always be under a different circumstance. So it will be the first time. So, ichi-go, ichi-e must be an everyday occurrence. This applies not only to people, but to yourself as well, to your experiences, your day, every day. So the offering of amacha, sweet tea, to Amida Buddha, the child, today will be the first time for today, for this year. And next year it will be the same ritual, but different. It will be the first time next year. You will be older, you'll be stronger or weaker, but wiser. So we should all cherish and treat each person, each daily activity and encounter with courtesy and kindness. It is a ritual. Maybe not so comfortable the first time, but with practice it will become part of us. So today, this is the first time for me to offer amacha to Amida Buddha here with you, and to remember ichi-go, ichi-e. Namu Amida. Namu